would like you to know that those men who wear the black uniforms, I think they're called icemen. Well, in my opinion, they're not doing a very good job. I would like to tell you what happened. My friend, who is an 84-year-old man, and we would go to Palomas once a week, and we would have lunch. And then the drug war started, and things changed a little bit, and then they brought in those men in the black suit. Like I said, I think they were called icemen, and they would detour you before you got into Mexico. They would ask you various questions. Well, one day my friend picked me up. We intended to go have lunch together in Palomas. We had a favorite place we liked to go to. And as we get a few blocks away, we see this huge stop sign. And so my friend, he stops right in the middle of the road, and we still are like 3 blocks away, you know, and I'm a little bit concerned. There's no traffic yet, but I'm sure there's going to be some. And he's confused. He's going, you know, he's trying to figure out why it stopped. And I ask him, I say, can we pull into the parking lot, which is just a few feet away, and discuss this? So he says, okay. So we go over, we pull in, and then I see a Border Patrol vehicle out in the dirt parking lot next to the duty-free store. And my friend and I were wondering, we were discussing whether the border was closed and how long it would be closed for. We thought it was closed because it did say stop. At this point, we were just wondering how long it would be closed for. So we went and talked to the Border Patrolman. My friend drove up next to the vehicle, and I asked the Border Patrolman if he knew approximately how long there would be nobody allowed into Mexico. And he said, oh, no, it's not stopped. He said, it's just detoured. He said, when you get up closer, you can see the arrow. So we said, oh, nice, no problem. So we turn around, and we go back out into the road, and then we go closer than the 3 blocks, and actually when you were about a block away, you could see the tiny little arrow that points to the left. So we follow that sign, and it brings us to one of those men in black. I think they're called the Icemen, at least that's what I was told. For a while they showed up periodically. We haven't seen them. I haven't seen them. Well, I haven't been going, so I don't know if they've just quit coming or what. We never knew when they were going to be there. But anyway, this particular time they were there, and this is how it worked. They had that great big huge stop sign, itty-bitty arrow, and then you follow the little trail, and you were stopped by a man with rifles and stuff. There's usually 3 or 4 of them there. And but you have to drive past 2, and then you get to the one who is the official stop. Okay, so we stop. The man says to my friend who is driving, my 84-year-old artist friend, Paul, he says, so, what were you doing? Were you trying to escape normal routes into Mexico? I was dumbfounded. My friend, who still doesn't see that the man was just being sarcastic, is trying to find he's trying to find the question so he can give him an answer. And I spoke up and I said, no. I said, we couldn't see the little arrow. The Border Patrol man told us. you know, and I don't remember all of the words, but I remember I made eye contact with him, and I looked at him, and I think I may have said something to that question. I said, the question. I said, why do you ask a question like that? I said, what else? I said, how else would I be going into Mexico? I said, I don't understand, you know, and he said, to be really rough. Man, may I see your identification? So I give him my identification, and he turns away. Didn't acknowledge my question, didn't acknowledge my speaking with him, nothing. He was just showing me he was boss. And he was gone for quite a while. And then he comes back, and he roughly asks my 84-year-old friend, gentleman friend, for his identification. And then he walks away with no explanations, no nothing. And then he walks away. And finally he comes back. And he hands it to us. And then he doesn't say anything. Doesn't say, okay, you can go. Nothing. And so finally we ask him, well, can, you know, I think he may have said something to us. I don't remember. But it was very rude and very abrupt. And I told him, I said, I am one of we the people. And I got to tell you, I don't appreciate being treated like this.